We're gonna go up on a drive today, headed up towards Rocky Mountain National Park. Specifically, we're going up to the Trail Ridge Road. And we're gonna do a little bit of parkour up here. And then we're also gonna dive into one of my favorite topics, how to be a master at parkour. So today we're going to talk about how to become a parkour master. I know that seems like a lot of things to cover, and that's a very general term because parkour is so versatile. And it could be somebody who just wants to be the biggest BA guy at doing crazy flips and flow. And for another person, it might just be somebody who wants to be able to move from one object to another in a smooth, efficient manner. So one thing I want to touch on is, what is the definition of master? The definition of a master is a skilled practitioner of a particular art or activity. Now what this tells me is that's somebody who is a practitioner. A practitioner is somebody who practices, right? So if you've stopped practicing, you are no longer a master. That's the way that I like to see it anyway. But let's take into account, parkour is so versatile. There's so many things that you can do. You can incorporate more tricking, you can do more specific A to B type movement, incorporating other sports, doing breakdancing, and putting your own spin or style on what it is that you do and love about parkour. How to become the master. We look up to legends that go to these competitions and throw down these amazing free running combos. Definitely those people who take on the competitive level of parkour can be considered masters. But I think even on their level, a lot of them will realize that they don't do this entirely for the competition. Most of them are going to be doing this because they love parkour. They're working on efficient movement. They're working on perfecting the skills that they've been seeking their whole lives. They're working on new tricks. They're working on new ways of moving, finding new environments to put their skills to the test. And so that's another reason why I like going out to these gorgeous environments, is just finding new places for me to train. That's one of my ways that I like to seek mastery. So, how does one become a parkour master? Well, there's a lot more to it than just practice and training. If you guys want to excel and be in this for the long game, seek professionals and people who you hold at a higher standard. If you can find friends or people that you train with who you consider to at least be your level or higher, train with these people, get to know them, find somebody you click with. You're gonna see things and styles and moves that they can do that you've been always wanting to learn, and they're gonna say something in the right way that's gonna help you to get that move too. Being around those kinds of people is going to help you tremendously just from being around them. Especially if you have a parkour or Ninja Warrior type gym in the area. Be a part of this gym in whatever way possible. Maybe you can't afford a membership at this time, but maybe there are other options for you. You could show up to open gyms, get to know people there that way. You could also become an intern. You could help the gym grow by keeping things clean, keeping a spot or an extra eye on people at the gym. I think an internship program is amazing, and it's something that we've implemented into our gym. Having a coach to coach you and teach you and really see from an outside perspective what it is you're doing wrong on that thing that you're working on is going to help you guys master everything. There's fire ants on this log, so I probably shouldn't lean up against it. I mean, we could sit in front of a computer and teach ourselves things by just watching YouTube videos, but there's more to it than that. When I first started out in parkour, I looked up to all these athletes and thought, man, I want to be just like David Bell, or I want to be just as good as Oleg, or, I was really influenced by these guys. And I just thought, if only I could learn how to do a cork. And then I ended up getting cork, and then if only I could end up doing double cork, if only I could do better gainers, if only I could do this and that. And I had all these if onlys, and the biggest problem with the if only is I got hung up on one or two moves, and I would get so frustrated that I couldn't get that move, and suddenly my training was no longer fun anymore. I suggest doing it in the most fun, enjoyable way possible, and what ended up being the case is when I took a break from some of those skills that I just got so hung up on, I
ended up coming back to it later, and it seemed like the easiest trick in the world. This is why I suggest having at least 3 to 6 things to work on. That way you've got other moves to fall back onto, because there is such a thing as training wrong, and then you're just gonna be practicing bad habits and thing over and over and over, and that's the only way your brain knows to do it. And then muscle memory takes over, and then you're doing the wrong thing every single time, and that's not fun at all. So definitely pick up on at least 3 to 6 things to work on, and make them in different areas. Maybe you have something that you wanna work on bars, maybe you have something that you wanna work on flat ground, and then what I noticed was practicing something else and then coming back to a move that I was so frustrated on. Suddenly I had a new frame of mind, and I could approach it with a much more positive light, and the fear was gone, or the problem was gone. There was no error anymore. I could see the move, and I could see what I needed to tweak in it just because I was working on other things. And those other things can be completely unrelated. Best of luck to everyone on their quest to becoming the parkour master, and I'll keep training too, and we'll be training together vicariously through this vlog, and I hope you guys enjoyed everything you see. I'd hit that like button, hit that subscribe down below, and we'll see you guys in the next vlog. Have a wonderful training session, and come and visit us at the gym. Adios.
No, I didn't. It's really hot.